Hey guys, it's Sean. I'm out here in Boston. It's 1:10 my time. My seminar starts in a little less than 8 hours, I guess. Still got a few more things to do. But I wanted to make a quick video for you. Number one, I want to play this song for you.
This one's for you and me, living out our dreams.
I'm not going to play the whole song.
We should be. With my arms out wide, I open my eyes.
Anyway, I was just listening to that song over and over again on my way to the airport today in my car, mainly because it's the only song I have on my new iPhone and I couldn't play anything else. But I downloaded it the other day, and it's one of the songs that just grabs me, you know, and I think we all have songs like that that grab me, or that grab us, right, and tap us into some, you know, real powerful energy, and this is one of them for me. And it's kind of a vulgar song. It's Eminem sings it, and he's got some pretty harsh lyrics in there. But the reason I like him is he's so passionate, you know, and he always talks about everything that he's been through, and it always plugs me into this, you know, into this place in my heart of just raw passion and desire. So I was listening to this song. I've probably listened to it 30 times today, is my guess, and I was just in such a powerful state, and I had so many really good ideas as I was listening to this song. I was actually crying in my car for a while as I was just thinking about, you know, inside of each and every one of us, there's a little kid that wants to be acknowledged and that wants to achieve to the highest level, and it doesn't want to be held back. And like, that's what this song really plugged me into, and that's what caused me to start crying. And so hopefully I'm going to tap into that energy tomorrow or later today, really, in my seminar. And the reason I'm telling you this is because if you have a song like that that creates positive energy in you, play it as often as you can, especially right before your seminars. I've got another song by the Black Eyed Peas that just really gets me creative, you know, and I can't tell you how many great ideas I've had by listening to that song and now this song. So if you have a song like that that really just taps you into something emotional or creative space, listen to it. Because I've never done a seminar that's been the same, and a lot of times it depends on what song I was listening to the day before, I guess. But it's really powerful just to get yourself into that space. But the other reason why I wanted to do this video is because I was thinking about my goals, right? You know, there's going to be about 30 people here, which is relatively small. I flew all the way across country to Boston for 30 people. And one of the reasons is we were obviously assessing, you know, financially, does it make sense to fly across the country and to rent this hotel room, the meeting space, my room, and so forth? Financially, is it going to make sense? And so I was thinking, you know, what could we do financially? How much could I make on the back end, which is where all the money in seminars is on the back end. It's not on the front end. You know, seminars are loss leaders for a lot of people, including, we're not going to lose money on this event, but even if I lost money, it'd be fine because I'd make more money on the back end. But the reason I wanted to do this video for you is when I think about my seminars and what my sales goals are, I don't do what a lot of my speaking friends do, which is, you know, have like a sales goal. Most of the people that I know in the speaking world, they have a sales goal. You know, like one of my buddies, a few months ago, I was staying at his house, and he said his goal was to do $100,000 at his boot camp. And he had it all planned out of what that meant, you know, 10 people at the highest package and so forth. And I don't like to do that, and here's why. Anything that's tangible like that usually plugs us into our own limiting beliefs. And it causes us to pay attention to things that we probably shouldn't be paying attention to, or at least I'll just own it. It causes me to pay attention to things that I don't need to be paying attention to when I'm trying to connect with people. So if I was concerned about, you know, the goal being $15,000, let's say, while I was pitching and while I was offering the products and the follow-up seminar, you know, I would be paying attention to the room. I've done this in the past. I pay attention to the room. I try to, in my head, see who's moving, who do I think is actually going to buy, and there's times where I'm actually doing some calculations from the stage and so forth, and that just totally disconnects me from the audience. I can't stay in rapport with them. I really can't really communicate to them and I can't see what they're wanting in that moment as I'm running numbers in my head. So for me, that kind of sales goal doesn't, it just doesn't work. And if you have a sales goal like that, well, when I've had the sales goal like that in the past, what I did is I just walked backwards basically and said, okay, if I want to make that kind of money, what would I need to say to these people, and how would I need to say it to them? Would I need to be in an emotional state? Would I need to sometimes be on a certain side of the room? What will they have had to already have experienced up until that point? When you talk about putting together a seminar, it's important to reverse engineer it. So if you know that people, in order for them to buy your program or coaching package or go to the next seminar, if they need to have these awarenesses, then you obviously need to make sure that that's what you teach them throughout the day. And if they need a certain kind of tension, and the video is not long enough to go into that, but people need tension in order to buy, in order to take the next step. And a lot of people don't reverse engineer their seminars to where that tension is created and not relieved. You don't want to relieve the tension, because if you relieve the tension, there's no reason for them to take any further step. And I'm certainly not the best at this, but I have an awareness that when people buy at the end of my seminars, it's because tension has been created and it hasn't been relieved. So it's important to know where you want your audience so that you can go throughout the day and determine what content to give. It's important to know what you want to say. It's important to know how you want to say it, what state of mind you want to be in. Basically, how can you deliver your offer? And that's all that you control anyway. So I don't want you to have, for most people at least, I don't think it's helpful to have a sales goal, tangible goal that you don't control. If you've got 30 people in the room, you have no idea who are real buyers and who's ready, at their time in their life, but you can control your offer. And so my goal tomorrow is just to do everything that I just said, get them to a certain place. The right people are going to buy, the wrong people won't. And it's not right or wrong, it's just, the people that see the value and they're ready to take the next step will buy. And here's what that does for me. It totally releases all anxiety. And now all I have to pay attention to is, how can I show up? How can I serve? How can I deliver this offer? And then whatever happens, happens. Now, I wanted to do this video before the event so I can kind of tell you where my mind space is, and then to do a video afterwards, and I'll tell you exactly what happened. But last time we had a relatively small group like this, I think we had 20 people in a room a few months ago, and we ended up doing, I think, $20,000 in back-of-the-room sales in products, seminars, and coaching packages. So I've thought about that. Holy cow. So sorry about that. As I was talking, I was like, something's burning on my arm, and I looked down, and there was like a big mosquito or something. I don't know. I'm going to exaggerate and say it was like a foot in body width, but it was probably just a little baby, and I just got scared. Sorry about that. That was hurting, though. My poor. I hope you feel sorry for me. Anyway, so as I was thinking, that number came out because that's what we did before, but I've totally pushed that out of my awareness. That's not what my goal is. My goal is on the delivery and how I can show up. So I'll do a video afterwards and let you know how it goes, and I'll critique myself. I'll tell you if I felt it could have been better or what I missed or what have you. And so hopefully this is a really cool kind of before and after, just behind the scenes sort of authentic shot. So anyway, here's the room, if that matters to you, beforehand. So we'll see what kind of energy I can create tomorrow. Take care, you guys.